Alright guys, we are back a little bit late this week, to say the least. We had the news video that kind of messed things up. I'm going to have to figure out how to fit that into the schedule if that becomes a regular thing. Like I said, when I first started to schedule videos, special videos like that, and things like set reviews, all of that kind of stuff, I'm going to have to figure out how to fit that into the schedule, so hopefully you guys can bear with me. Otherwise, we're about to jump back into these games. I just wanted to show you guys the deck. Of course, the deck will be in the description. But we are playing Marchesa and her vampire goons, I guess. I don't know the deck. He didn't give me a name for the deck, so I'm naming it. If he doesn't mind that. Probably get a text from him later when this video goes up. But sorry, the scheduling messed that up, and I've been sick all weekend. My long weekend for Labor Day has been spent sick, but we're back. We're here for you guys. We're gonna have some fun with some vampires. Alright, guys. Playing against VM Milben. He is playing Damia, Sage of Stone. We are, of course, playing our vampires, led by Marchesa. Starts off with a big turn, an island. Let's see. Let's just play a Drowned Catacombs. I'm kind of salty that Moto doesn't have the good art of Sulphurous Springs, at least not that I could find, which is the one with the goblin creepily sitting in the corner. That, in my opinion, is by far the best art. Let's play Submerged Boneyard and pass turns. Go ahead and dump out all of our tap lands. We could get Stensia Masquerade into play next turn. Let's go Soul Ring. Sulphurous Falls. Ping ourselves for one. Play Stensia Masquerade, pass turn. It's a pretty big turn for us, if I do say so myself. Alright, so now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do next. I think we want to get Marchesa out, or we could get Evan Carr out. I think we want to get Evan Carr out, because that could shut down a lot of his plays. Potentially, if he has like a mana dork or something, we can completely shut it out. Evan Core gives -1/-1 to any non-black creatures and gives +1/+1 to other black creatures. Okay, Doomblade is pretty good for us. So let's tap, 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 and cast Marchesa. We'll have enough to play a Blood Artist and then play Aqueduct, bouncing this swamp. So another big turn for us. And let's swing with Evan Carr. Dethrone, so he'll get a counter. And when he does damage, Stensia Masquerade is going to give him a counter. I guess I should go over Damia really quick. She causes him to skip his draw step, but every turn during his upkeep, he's going to draw to 7. So a very good draw engine. Okay, let's see how we want to play this. We can get that out. Let's just go ahead and attack with everybody really quick. Our vampires will get some counters thanks to Stensia Masquerade. Let's play our Swamp. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I want to cast Dust Mantle. But at the same time, Butcher seems really good. Let's cast Butcher. I mean, it's hard to beat Butcher Malakir. It's pretty tough. So we are in an incredible position right now, in all honesty. Our opponent needs to do something pretty big. Plays a Mana Crypt. Nissa's Renewal, so get a little bit of life. That'll put him back up to 23 and get him plenty of land. So Vein Drinker. So we could get a lot of counters on things, come in with Thief of Blood and get a huge amount of counters. That seems pretty spicy. Swing Butcher. So plenty of Masquerade triggers. Then let's go. Need 3 more. Right. 1, 2. Or no, we just need 1 more. I don't know, I can't count. Thief of Blood, and she's going to take all counters off of everything and put them onto herself. So that means she's going to get, well, it looks like she's going to get countered. She would have gotten 7 counters on herself, which would have been pretty cool. But the Mana Drain and a Java update. Java updates are not spicy at all. So we got our opponent down to 4. Mana Crypt might put him to 1. Mana Crypt does put him to 1. So what is the play for the comeback? He does get that Mana Drain mana. Whenever he plays a creature, we still do have Doomblade available to us. Okay, so there's the Jace. Looking for an answer. Of course, Cyclonic Rift, Damnation, all viable cards here. We're definitely tapping for a lot of mana. What is that going to be used for, though? Time Stretch, okay. The only question is, when he takes that extra turn, will Mana Crypt kill him? So he is taking a gamble. Obviously, he has to take the gamble, or else I will kill him next turn. So he has to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. He does live past Mana Crypt. So Jace, gonna draw him 3 cards. This might be Damia Super Friends. You see that a lot. I don't know, just because we see 1 Jace doesn't mean that, because Jace is just a good card. But just thinking off the top of my head what we might be looking at. Let's see, Jace can return target creatures, right? Can't bounce something else. Okay, so we're going to be having our turn stolen from us. So 12-12, he is losing that life because of you know, this guy, Evan Carr. Yep, that's tough. That's tough. Well, our opponent tried hard. I mean, he got the Emrakul out, but taking those extra turns with the mana crypt was just a little bit too much. Obviously, he didn't have a choice, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. But let's see if we can get some more games. Alright guys, so I just played against this Annex and Siamede player, and I got run over. But it's a new day. It's a new generation. We do not have anything to reveal. If you don't know what Annex and Siamede do, they have heroic. Whenever they get targeted by a spell, the rest of their creatures gain, I think it's +2/+2. No, it's +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Luminarch Ascension. Play a swamp. It was kind of risky to keep this hand, but right now it looks like it's going okay. We'll put Drana into play. Luminarch Ascension gets a counter. It's going to be pretty crucial to kill that off. I don't know what we have that can do that. Drana can definitely put some damage on the board. Ashnod's Altar. That seems spicy. Let's attack. Get a counter. And then we'll play an Ashnod's Altar. I'd rather not sack Drana. Well, arrests it, so it can't attack or block, can't use its activated abilities. So that makes me more inclined to sacrifice it. Question is, what do we get? Voldaren Pariah. Pariah seems good, or do we get our commander? Let's get our commander. Hate to see you go, Drana, but I love to watch you walk away, I guess. I'm not really a fan of it walking away. Fortunately, we do not have haste. Dethrone will not trigger, though, at this point. Let's hope we draw something. I mean, a land. I don't know really anything else that I'd prefer over a land. Annex and Siamede come down. You would be really nice. A lot of his soldiers might just straight up die to having Evan Carr out. Let's go ahead and kill his commander. Feels like a good thing to do to me, because I definitely want to get damage in to keep that Luminarch Ascension from getting any more counters. I think it's at what? It needs 4. Yeah, 4 or more. Okay, so get Evan Carr out. Can't do that right now, but I'd very much like to do that in the future. So Haven Ghoul or Vampire Nocturnus. I think Vampire Nocturnus. Oh man, I messed that up. Gotta undo all of that. Black, black. Gem of Becoming does not do it for us. If you don't know what this guy does, I play with the top of my library revealed, and as long as it's black, Vampire Nocturnus and other vampires get +2/+1, right, and gain flying. He attacks. I'm actually going to take the damage here and risk him not playing a blocker. That way I can do the damage. So Heirs of Stormkirk also does not do it for us. Let's swing in for damage. Make sure Luminarch doesn't trigger. So now Gem of Becoming seems very good, but Haven Ghoul seems good as well. I think we have to go long term because we really need to draw land, and Heirs of Stormkirk is not land. As fun of a card as it is, does not do it for us. So we're going to take 5 here. Baneslayer Angel. Flying First Strike, protection from demons and dragons. Well, we sack him, another one, we go get land, play a land, play you. Problem is he's going to start getting angels, which is very not good. There's no way to actually do damage to him right now. Attacking him only helps him. Sacrifice Vampire Nocturnus. Pay with this and the island. Getting a swamp. A mountain. And an island. I was kind of skeptical of Gem of Becoming, but I've been using it in a few of my Grixis decks, and I really like it now. Like I said, was a little bit skeptical, but I'm a believer. I saw her face. God, I make the lamest jokes. But then I saw her face. Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm a believer. I was a big fan of Shrek whenever it came out. Any other Shrek fans out there? Well, we're going to be seeing a lot of tokens now. Going to be seeing a lot of faces. I'm not a big fan of believing in most of these. We can definitely get a dethrone trigger because we are at a much lower life. What has double strike? Something have double strike? I thought I saw a double strike trigger. Let's go here for a soul ring. If I get Evan Carr out, then all of his tokens die. Which I think is about the best thing I can do. Now he can get as many Legion tokens as he wants. Goes for the Angels. Guess I should have saw that coming. It has Intimidate though. Doesn't that keep that from happening? Intimidate means it has to be the same color, right? I guess we'll find out. There's a Stormkirk back up to a 2/2. So this is why Adam destroyed me in several games with this deck when I was playing Locust God, because my Locust kept coming in and kept immediately dying because of Evan Carr. So anything I block kills Evan Carr. And if I don't block, then I die. If I do block, then I die. I think. Yeah, I'm dead. It was a good match, though. That was a good match. I liked that match. That was pretty fun. Alright, guys. Playing against Maelstrom Wanderer with our vampires. This might be tough. Especially with this hand. I think we're going to have to mulligan this. Not a whole lot going on here. A lot of expensive things to cast and not much mana. Let's mulligan. More land, not much to do with it, but I think we're going to have to go with it. And we will put you on the bottom. And we will be on the draw. Our opponent did mulligan to 6, so at least we're not completely alone. We'll play a Sunken Boneyard. If you don't know what Maelstrom Wanderer does, it wins the game. It has Devil Cascade, and it gives all of your creatures haste. So, big scary things happen. Next turn we can get our Highborn into play. Getting that Sylvan Library out turn 2 was pretty strong, not gonna lie. Timber Banner. No, I don't want to tap for blue. Tap for black. Highborn. Resolves. Temple of Epiphany. We'll put that on the bottom. We've got enough land for right now. We need some gas. That Sylvan Library pretty much just negates the fact that he had to mulligan that much. Forgotten Cave comes in tapped. Is it 4 mana? This is a 7 drop, right? No, 8 drop. Never noticed that that made the little grabbing hand. Don't even know what that does. Look at it rash me out. Kinda wanna kill that. It's pretty gross. let's get out Marchesa for right now. I may regret that with Rashmi, but gotta take risks. Don't want to attack at this point. Unfortunately, that Sylvan library is pretty much cutting Dethrone off. Lightning Bolt's Marchesa. Interesting to see that he's playing Lightning Bolt. Don't normally see that in Commander. Gets the Mole Drifter out. Swings Rashmi. We're gonna have to take the damage there. Well, I want to go ahead and kill Rashmi now. I think that that's the best thing to do. And then we'll get our Dark Imposter out. Because I think that he can do good things for us. And we will pass. So, Sylvan Library again. Let's see how far he goes down. Chooses not to add anything to his hand this time. But still stacking his deck pretty much any way he wants. He's got quite a bit of mana to work with now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was that? Completely missed what that was. Oh, Pyroclasm. Also weird to see in Commander. Well, we can't pay for any of that. Plays Harmonized to draw some cards. So that was a pretty strong turn for our opponent. Let's see, it's 5 drop, 4 drop. Let's get Elusive Tormentor out. And we will have the ability to transform him if we need to. I'm hoping that we don't need to. That Sylvan Library is just a problem. I wish we could pop it with something. Pretty sure, yeah, he can cast his commander at this point fairly easily. And then double Cascade triggers is going to be hard to come back from. Especially whenever we're not drawing land. Cruel Ultimatum could be nice, depending on what he cascades into. Simba the Alphas, what does that do? Blocks. Okay. It's not too crazy. Evolutionary Leap. That's a little bit scary. He doesn't have mana to it this turn, though. So he can do a good bit of swinging here. How does it transform back? Isn't blocked. Okay. We may just have to use it as an indestructible blocker here. Just to keep us from super dying. We'll discard Nosferatu. block step. Oh yeah, it can't block and can't be blocked. I am honestly the worst player of all time. Can't cast Vein Drinker. Can't cast you. Can't do anything. How about you? Alright guys, playing against Shu Yun. Will we mulligan to 6? I don't think so. Pretty happy with what I'm seeing right there. Got a pretty good mana representation and also pretty good cheap spells here to work with. I like seeing Olivia. We were going first. I'm going to go Evolving Wilds, crack it for an island, and pass. Shu Yun is going to be pretty scary. This deck isn't quite as fast as I'd like it to be. So keeping up with the Shu Yun deck is kind of hard. He's going to go very fast. And we know this because we played Shu Yun on this channel already. And we saw just how scary it was, and we did that all for 2 ticks. I think it was 2 ticks. It was cheap, I remember that. Of course, that was 1v1 Commander. This is a little bit different. Let's play a Swamp. Play a Blood Artist. Pass the turn. Anything on the end step? No. Island. I really do like those full art Amonkhet lands. I need to dig through my cards that I've pulled from Amonkhet so far. I probably have some of them are Hour of Devastation. Those are the Hour of Devastation ones. That's one thing that bugs me. Like, I'll dig through my cards and then realize, like, oh, I have a cooler island than the one that's in this deck, and so then I have to go back and switch out the islands and everything, just because I'm crazy like that. Crazy for feeling. I honestly hate myself. I think what we're going to do next turn is Rakish Air, discard to put a counter on, swing with Olivia and it, and get counters. I think that's a pretty spicy meatball. He is at full color representation, just as we are. Here comes a Frantic Search. Draw 2, discard 2, untap all 3 of those lands. One of my favorite cards in Magic. Such a good card. So we discard Artful Dodge and a Sphinx Bone Wand. Okay. I was expecting Shu Yun there. Alright, Bloodfell Caves. That works. Well, I think we can discard Vela here. Play Bloodfell Caves, gain a life, and then swing. What is that? Is it just attack or... Okay, it does have to deal damage, so Blood Artist won't be able to do anything there. So now Olivia and Rakashare will get a counter. We'll always yield yes to that. So that was pretty good there. I like that. We get 2 4/4s now. Taps 4. Careful consideration. Draws 4 cards and discards 3 cards. Cast during your main phase. Player may draw 4 cards and discard 2. Okay. I do like those instants that work differently whenever you cast them from your hand. I mean, not from your hand, obviously. When you cast them during your main phase. I don't know why I can't talk. Discards a plane and an island. I don't know about his strategy right now. Normally you want to go straight for Shu Yun. Do I want to... Yeah, let's sign in blood. We get to a Yahini. Let's play a swamp so we don't have to pay life there. Tap. Cast Yahini. And we'll discard a Butcher. Or no, let's not. Because Yahini already has haste. So he'll be fine. It could be another counter, but it'll be fine. We don't want to discard too much. So my guys are pretty big now. Guys and gals, I should say. Normally I would like to get Marchesa out, but at this point we're way ahead on life, so I don't foresee us needing to get her out. She's just not going to get us any value. So Shu Yun comes out now. Alright, I just feel like that's a little bit too late to cast him. Oh man, there's Bay. The original Olivia. OG Olivia. The one real Olivia. Olivia Alderaan. Because I dare you to say something about Olivia. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny, guys. I really do. I try to be funny for you. Yep, that's it. That's the game. I mean, honestly, Olivia doesn't really make a difference, but... So that would have been 5, 10, 13 already. Olivia just finishes it off. So tokens just really going down. Well, not tokens, counters. Just really putting in work. I mean, you can see just how quickly they accelerate. I mean, even without Marchesa, and I kind of hate that we didn't get Marchesa out, but wow, Rakashare putting in work. So I think we showed just how fast vampires move. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap this one up. I had a ton of fun with this deck, partially just because I love vampires and I really love 1/1 counters strategies. So if you like that, this is a great deck for you. Like I said in the previous video, this deck was 20 ticks online, so definitely an affordable way to play. If you like vampires and you're looking to do something a little bit different with them, playing them Grixis gives you some cool options. You can play some of the other vampires like Sazdak and Mirko. They're a lot of fun. And Marchesa just synergizes with this deck incredibly well. Helps you keep your vampires coming back from the dead, as they should. And I just love vampires, so this is a great deck. I'm definitely going to continue playing it. We had a few games where Marchesa didn't really get to do her thing that much, but we did get to see just how quickly vampires can accelerate whenever they work together. I'm sure that horror movies have already told us that, but Magic has solidified it. Or, I yeah, solidified it. That's the word I wanted. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you think. Like I said, this is a kind of budget deck, so we don't have all the bells and whistles in it, so there's definitely some improvements you could make, but let me know what you think about the deck, and of course, give some big shout outs to Adam. I give him full credit for this. I really thank you, man, for letting me use the deck. Let me know what you think. Try the deck out and let me know how you do with it. Do you get tons of wins? Do you do better than I did? You probably did, because you guys are probably better players than me, because I'm terrible. But anyway, I'm going to close this one out. Like and subscribe to see more of my videos, as well as all of the videos from the great content creators here on the channel. I have enjoyed talking with you this week. And I do ask that you guys continue thinking about those in Texas. We've still got problems there. So send them some good vibes. That's what I'm doing right now. So just a little thing. Don't want to end it on a somber note, but just think about those guys. Put them in your thoughts. Other than that, this has been CreepEvee signing out.